Dr. Bob admits that the difference with Bill and everyone else is he actually understood. He has the same problem as I do. But there's another part to that, if you talk to a lot of people who come into AA, is, let's face it, when we deal with people coming into AA, usually they trust nobody. They don't trust their family. They definitely don't trust the police. They don't trust lawyers. They don't trust accountants. And they definitely don't trust people like us, lunatics they meet in AA, who want to tell them how great our lives are because we're working the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous out of the big book with a sponsor, and my life's never been better. I mean, just think about the first time you heard someone say that. It's like, this person is crazy. But what we all can't believe, even once we realize that they know what our problem is, we can't believe they do it for free. We can't believe that there is no profit motive. Because usually for people like us, I mean, even people like us, people have been making money on us for a long time. I mean, I sometimes think about, just think of this room. I mean, I'm not going to judge everybody, but maybe 50% of the room. Just imagine if you added up every fine 50% of us have paid to some kind of governmental authority before we got sober, and probably for the first 5 years. In a room like this, I mean, we're honest, and then let's talk about legal fees, right? Let's not, another brand of workers who's thankful for our little tribe, the legal community. Nobody has benefited more over our membership than the legal community. Think how much this room alone has paid to lawyers. And all of a sudden, we run into somebody who has the solution to the worst problem we have, and they don't want anything, which immediately makes us not trust them at first, because the world today is wired that unless you pay for it, it's not good. That's the way the world works today. And, you know, there's reasons as to why maybe the effect on AA has been devastating. You know, one of those reasons is that, listen, I'll use myself as an example. I am going to go to a meeting this Wednesday in one of the big cities in this country. I'm going to meet with a developer who has a lot of bad insurance problems. That developer is well known with a big ego. Usually you talk to his people, not to him. And imagine I was walking into that building and one of my competitors walked in who does it for free. I would be pissed. If I was sitting out on that sidewalk and one of my competitors was going through that revolving door to deliver the message to him, hey, I do this, but I do it for free. Which sometimes I think is how the paid recovery world looks at 12-step fellowships. They can't handle what we do for free and for fun and for free.